today is I am doing a live get ready with me. You heard that right. I am doing it live. I know it's a different background. Let me try to turn it just a little bit where it's not that much of a glare. There we go. Well, let me get situated. I thought I was good and situated, and then not so much. But we're literally, you're going to get ready with me, and if you see me hold up a computer at some point, that's because I am going to be kind of monitoring on the computer. So you're going to come up real close and personal for a minute because I've got to share this as well. Sorry for being so up close, but you know, I guess it is what it is. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I was trying to get it just right and ended up messing up, so I'm just going to share it from my computer on Facebook. It'll take me just a minute to share it here. Give people time to log on anyway, right? uh, yes, y'all, I'm a little nervous about this. I haven't done one of these in a long, long time, so please bear with me. Please bear with me. Subscriptions. I'm on another account to get the link for the thing, so that's what I have to do pretty much. My laptop is being a pain right now. But basically I'm going to be using a Profusion palette today. That's something that you can get from Target. You can get it from Profusion website, all that. So that's what I will be using, mostly for the eye look. Now we're going to go through skincare and everything, so this might be a longer video because I am going to be chit-chatting as I do it. And let me know in the comments if you do like this kind of thing, because if you do, I can try to do more of them. Even though you can't really see me right now and you're just seeing the top of my head. I'm going to fix that here in a moment. I'm trying to, like I said, share this on Facebook. Because, I mean, I want people to know that I'm live. We got this. And you might be hearing some talking or things in the background. I no longer live in Arkansas, as I mentioned. I now live in North Carolina. I moved here just a little while ago. You're hearing me type right now. Come join me for a live. Get ready with me. There we go. Got it there. So, but yeah, I'm living with my best friend and sister now. So, we're planning on doing some videos, her and I, so hopefully y'all will tune in for those too. Alright, that's shared on Facebook, so we're just going to call that good because I've already announced it on Instagram and all that yesterday. But hey, we're gonna roll with it. Let's roll with it, y'all. Let's roll with it. Alright, let's do some skincare first, right? Because I really haven't done this before. I'm going to use the Pond's Clarent Skincare. Now, this is a teeny tiny thing, and I don't use a whole lot just of this. I did a little bit of moisturizer earlier. Do a little under my eyes, and then I just rub it in. But yeah, I no longer have my dogs. Like I said, I'm living here in North Carolina now. And just trying to make changes, and who knows, being this close, maybe eventually I'll go to IMAX New York or something like that. I mean, the town I was in before, in Arkansas, it was not really the best whenever it came to getting new products anyway. And I mean, I'm seeing things here already that Maybelline just released. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, but, yeah. Maybelline just released like some new like streetwear products recently within the past, I guess, month or so. But you know, that's what it is. What it is. Now I'm taking the Blistex conditioning lip serum. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this before, but most lip balms and whatnot come in like a stick form, a little pod or something like that. Well, this is not a stick or a pod. It is a pump. Pump it out. I haven't used this in a little while, so. But it comes out just like a regular cream, like a cream moisturizer for your face, is what it looks like. I mean, seriously. And I'm putting a little bit of that on my lips. Kind of hard to talk while I'm doing this. Oops. Might help if I actually get back over to the monitoring thing for YouTube, huh? There we go. And I think that there is somewhat of a lag whenever it comes to the videos, so. And if I don't see your comments, I do apologize. You know, because with my vision, sometimes it's hard to see if someone does say something. But let me get this to where I can actually see when comments come in. And if you're, well, you can't really see my shirt, but okay. So far, no comments that I can feel, at least. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines, is what it says there. So I'm logged into my, what I call my personal YouTube. I have one YouTube account that I use primarily for, like, beauty stuff and this channel and all that. Then I have another YouTube that is pretty much for anything else. Now I'm taking this roller. It's a, let's see here. It says here, I think it's the something nutrition, skin nutrition, age-defy dark circle and puffiness serum. It's the little red one. You can get it from Dollar Tree. Taking that and putting it under my eyes. I did sleep last night, so it's not crazy, but still it feels so good under the eyes. If y'all get hot or whatever, these are awesome. And if you keep it in the fridge, it really works wonders. Trust me, it has a metal roller ball on it. I've got my skincare on one side and my the rest of it on the other side of me. So if you see me hunting something like this or whatever, then you know, yeah, she lost her foundation or whatever. Then I'm taking some of this e.l.f. under eye hydrating under eye primer right here. It also has a pump to it. Putting that on my ring finger. I use my ring finger because it is the most gentle to use. So that's a little tip. Anytime you want to put anything under the eyes, under your eyes are so tender and sensitive. That's why I use my ring finger to put it under the eyes. And it, you know, I've had this for a little while. My eyes aren't really red, so I'm not doing eye drops, but sometimes I'll use an eye drop too, like before I film. I do have some other videos that are in the works. One of them, I was talking way down like this and you could hardly hear me. And the app I have on my computer for editing, you cannot update or turn up the volume or anything. So, whoops. Sorry to silence my phone. So you might hear dings here and there. Ding, ding, ding. Let me silence my phone real quick. Do not disturb. Turn on do not disturb. Silly thing. There we go. Now I've got it set to priority only. Alright. What you was seeing in the camera viewfinder there was the e.l.f. Blemish Control Primer. It's the green tinted one. Now these come with a lid, but in the move, mine kind of sort of got lost. Okay, apparently y'all are still hearing. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I truly am. There we go. Now I think I've got it silenced. I do apologize for getting up in your face. That's embarrassing for me. That's why I'm apologizing. But I'm putting some primer on because I'm using a BB cream today. Is not really oily skin friendly necessarily. I mean, it doesn't break down bad or anything, but it's more glowy. So honestly, I almost used my the primer I love, the Monostat Chafing Relief Powder Gel, which is not really great for the skin because it can clog pores, so I don't like using it very much unless it's a very special occasion. Um, but yeah. Let me. I just realized I didn't share that out personally, but that's okay. It'd be alright. We're just, like I said, we're rolling with it. um, Something that I don't know whether it's allowed or not, like with YouTube, I don't want to, like, get flagged or anything for doing something I'm not supposed to. So I'm being very careful about that. You know, I lost my mirror, so I'm gonna have to wing it a little bit or use y'all. Here it is right here. Um, but e.l.f. products, this here is one I've had for a while. I'm trying to use it up. I'm going to be doing a Project Empties, and y'all are also going to be seeing a ruthless, what I'm going to call a ruthless declutter video, because I've got a carry-on bag full, and I do mean full, y'all, of makeup. Like, so full that all my makeup won't even fit in it. And that's how much makeup I brought with me. If y'all have seen my collection videos, you know that wasn't even all of it. But, you know, and this sponge I'm using it for the first time, y'all. You can tell it is clean. Clean. This is one of the new Shop Miss A AOA Studio microfiber. I mean, this is so soft. If you've ever used those microfiber towels for, like, cleaning your electronics or something like that, imagine that in a sponge, like, on the outside of the sponge. And I've already wet this one, so it grew. Yeah, it grew, y'all, it grew! And no, this is not sponsored, by the way, by Shop Miss A. Obviously, because I bought all this stuff myself. This here is the AOA Perfect, AOA Perfect BB cream, and I have the shade medium, and this is the foundation I'm going to be using. Like I said, it's not really made for combination skin, but it actually holds up better on me. And yes, y'all, this is $1. $1. This holds up better on me than the L'Oreal, I think it's the Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream or something like that. So, and I'm putting some right on the butt of the sponge. I'm not using the point yet. And I'm going to hold up my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm glancing over at the computer from time to time to make sure I'm not missing any comments or whatever. And y'all, this really is the type of lighting I get ready in, typically. Because now there's more than just me, so I just get ready right here. Not in this very spot, but, you know, usually I'm standing up. I'm not sitting right here. I also have a Shop Miss A AOA Studio Illuminating Primer. That if you like the glow look, like a glowy base, that is a good primer, y'all. And even on me, having combo skin, it still works. Okay, first impressions on this sponge. It feels really good putting it on the face, but it seems to suck up more of the makeup than I would like. I'm not used to a sponge drinking up my... I mean, because I had quite a bit on my hand. You know, I'm not used to it sucking that up like this one did, but... Like I said, y'all, we're rolling with it. This is legit how I get ready. Like, if I'm testing products and whatnot, this is how I do it. I don't take my makeup off just because I messed up. Um, okay. Let's see here. Putting more on my hand, because this, by the way, is buildable. It doesn't go to what I call full coverage. And I'll come in close here in a minute and show you what I'm talking about. That way I can also see what y'all see. For those that don't know me or whatever, I am legally blind. Um, and my vision, I do have a video that I show and see how close I really have to have things to know what the heck I'm doing, you know. So my vision, I believe, is like 2600 in one eye and 2400 in the other, something like that. I am going to be going to uh, an eye doctor in the next couple months, I'm sure, because I am trying to find a job as well as do crisis text line. For those that didn't know, I'm a crisis counselor with crisis text line, to where if you ever are in crisis, you're just needing someone to talk to, you feel alone and desperate, there are people out there that care. You can text 741 741, because some people like to text instead of talk. So, but, okay. I'm gonna come in close so y'all can see. I mean, that's that BB cream. And yes, I legit do use my phone sometimes for a mirror. If y'all like this, where I'm close like this, let me know in the comments down below. You can tell I have some really dark spots, so this does not completely cover. But I am not doing a full-on, full coverage glam look today. We're doing something more natural. Well, not natural, but obviously. But more everyday look. And then this is the CoverGirl's, I believe this is the CG Smoothers. It's the one that is in the new packaging. CoverGirl. And I believe I have medium. Unfortunately, the writing is so small on that, I can't even see that. But that's what the bottom of it looks like. This is like a lipstick tube concealer is what it looks like to me. And most of these that I've tried in the past that were in the tube like this, I hated. And I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, I legit hated it. But this is not too bad. But I do a little triangle under the eyes, making sure to get all the way up to that lash line. And then I pull it down to like the side of the nose. And I go just beyond the corner of the eye. I don't know why I've started doing that, but I've been doing that lately. And my left eye is my worst eye. So, didn't have enough rolled up. I was scraping the tube on my skin. Big no-no, because that's some tender area. And I went up into the corner of my left eye, so I'm going to go back and do that. Then just as a base for my lids, I'm going to put a little bit on my lids too. But, I mean, I'm going to use a cream shadow as a base as well. But still, I like to try to cancel out some of that redness that I have. Then I'm using my ring finger, blending that across my lids. I mean, this sets pretty nicely, but I still set it with powder, just to make sure. And that lip serum that I put on, it's already pretty much dried. I mean, it does make a difference. I recommend that if you want to exfoliate your lips, like use a toothbrush, even after you brush your teeth, and exfoliate. Plus, if you add a little bit of toothpaste on there, it might plump them too. So, but I'm just blending this with my ring finger. I do like a tap and drag motion. Whenever I say blend, it's a tap and drag. Because if I take it and just wipe, I risk wiping the makeup away. More than... And you can also take it and just press it in, so you're pressing it into the skin. And I'm going to grab my little blender sponge, the tip of it, and really push that into the eyes and under the eyes. But yeah, I thought about doing one of these like once a week for about an hour or so. I'm looking up here to see how many are watching. Okay. But my sinuses are going kind of crazy. I got a tissue behind me here too. But still. Now I'm taking the AOA Perfect Setting Powder, pardon me. This is also $1. Can you tell I'm a little bit of a cheapskate? Last time I did a Shop Miss A order, every time I've done that lately, they have not had the translucent that I love. It's always been out of stock. So this one right here is the matte. I saved the translucent one for times that I really want the glowy look. You know. Now I'm taking the tip of this sponge. You can tell where it's a little beigey from dabbing under the eyes a little bit already. And since it is wet, it will hopefully work for this. Or not. We shall see, huh? Put a little bit on the sponge of the powder and dab this under the eyes. Doing this method helps with creasing a little bit. I'm going to put some in the actual lid instead of going from the sifter up top. Right there. That's the best way anyway for getting it. But tap it in. Then you just tap it right under the eye. I mean, honestly, y'all, to me, I look like a reverse raccoon right now with white under it and dark eyes. So yes, I'm gonna look a little cray-cray for a little bit, y'all. What do you think? Should I go out just like this? Sorry, I'm a little goofy. I did a crisis text line shift today, and you know, they're always looking for volunteers. I'm putting my sponge back up on the thing so I don't lose it. And I got a bottle of water here too. I think I lost my blush. That's okay. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Yeah. No, I didn't. Whew. Thank goodness. Alright, we're gonna move on to the actual eyeballs. Let's put some eyes on, shall we? Now, this right here is the palette I was referring to. Profusion Sienna's palette. Right here. And this is typically how I do my even videos. That's why I have to edit them so much, because I'm usually just going with what I know instead of with what, or going, basically playing around. But before I ever do that, I'm taking the AOA Velour eyeshadow, and this is in, I think this is in Holiday. I think. I can't tell. Can't read it, y'all. I can't read it. Yeah, it's in Holiday. Looks like that right there on the back. Whoops. Palette almost fell on the ground. That's that. Now, the one thing I will say for some of these is the things can break fairly easily. This is like a goldy color. Or bronzy color, some people might call it. With my vision, I can't always tell. I'm going to put this on my lid space here. Focusing it on the actual lid. Because, I mean, we got concealer up in the crease and all that anyway. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I put my AOA Studio BB cream on there as well. So, but this is, I'm using my ring finger to do that. Can y'all remember why I said use the ring finger? You know, I don't know that many people are really watching. I didn't really look, and I think it shows two, and I think that's my friend and sister, Heather. I'll be introducing her, like I said, in a future video. So, she's on the phone right now with a friend of hers. So, uh, so if you're hearing talking, that's what you're hearing. But, and I'm just basically blending this. Well, not even blending, but rubbing it across my lid all the way, making sure I get an even surface, because otherwise it looks kind of crazy. Now, I have used this before as a base even for the Amber Rush eyeshadow, which that is pretty too, by the way. But, yeah, grab my little thing over here. Thought I had a, yeah, dude. Grabbing my napkin here to wipe my hand on. Ah! Yeah, this is the paper towel. That shows the color better right there. You hear her dog barking. So, uh, alright, let's see what color we shall do. What color shall we do? Right here. I mean, it has such beautiful warm colors. I mean, you got pinks, you got burgundies, you got corals, you got golds, you got peaches, creams, all those, as well as a brown here and there, and, you know, all that. So I'm going to take, why don't we take Tickled? Because this is supposed to be more of a, actually, no, we're not either. We're going Solstice. It is the fourth one on the top row, right there. It kind of matches that color I just used anyway. And I'm taking the brush that they sent with it. It's there, right there. Loaded up my brush there. And I'm just going to pack that on the lids. I'm going to do that first. Whenever I first started doing makeup, I thought it was easier to put the lid shade on, then do my crease shade, then do my outer V, then if I needed to, go back and build up that crease some more, or that lid some more. Like, make it more vibrant, or whatever. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do this like kind of like I started out doing makeup. So, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see, like, what I have learned. Because I don't know if y'all knew this, but I have been doing YouTube for 2 years now. Socket. So I'm going to put this brush right on the outer part of the eye socket, and I'm doing a little buffing motion, which is a circular motion. This is a little bit darker than I thought it would be, but hey, it'll still work. Be a real pretty transition shade, actually. And that's one thing, whenever you are using something like this, you want to tap off your brush. Wet n Wild is bad about that too. That's why you hear tip, tip, tip. So, and I do apologize if I end up covering my face, but, you know. Now I'm doing the other eye here. But yeah, I have been on YouTube officially 2 years this month. I have over 100 videos, which is not too shabby if you ask me. I mean, I've seen people be on for years and not hit that 100 video mark. You know, and I'm sorry that I don't have the 2018 favorites up yet. I do have the face ones up, but not anything else yet. But I'm working on it, y'all. I really am. I've got the eye one done. I just gotta edit it. Like I said, the program I'm using, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Now we're gonna go right below that shade to Cryptic. No, I'm not trying to be cryptic, y'all. So the third shade on the bottom row. I'm going to take the flip side of that brush, that it was a flat side of the brush that has two, flat sides to it, and we're going to go right on the top of it, because that will help kind of cut that crease a little bit. I guess this really could be a date night look too, but, you know. And then I'm just wedging that right into the crease, because a flat edge like that, a flat brush, you can really wedge it into the crease and go in about a half to 2/3 of the way in. And then I'll do the outer V here in a moment too. And part of the reason I baked is because with this palette there can be fallout. So if y'all have any questions at all or anything, feel free to ask. Like I said, I've got my computer up over here to help me monitor. I keep checking over there. Excuse me for sniffling and stuff. Now I'm taking that same color and patting it on the outer quarter to have, well, I'm saying we're putting it on the outer third. I learned a lot of my makeup stuff from Emily Noel 83, Sabrina, this technique of the outer third. I've just recently started doing more than just the outer V. I don't do a whole lot on the dark shades, but, you know, I still try to do some. Looking at the colors here. Now, I normally don't do this warm of a look, but, you know, hey, let's roll with it, y'all. Let's roll with it, roll with it. Alright, now we're going to take Fearless, because I want to be fearless today. And please forgive me for not having my nails done today, y'all. I kinda, sorta haven't done them since I've been here. Been here nearly 2 weeks. We're going to put this in the actual outer V. Like, put it right there on the lash line, and then wedge it right in that outer corner. There we go. Okay, I'm just brushing away some of the excess there. Like I said, right there on the lash line of the outer V, and wedge it right. I mean, you can see I'm literally pushing it right into that eye socket. That's the good thing with the flatter brushes. Some people would call this a shader brush or something like that. Elf makes a flat shadow brush like this that you can get for $2. That is really good, by the way, too. Then we're going to go in with, let's see here, let me find it here. Because I wasn't sure whether I was going to do eyeliner or no liner or what. So, like I said, y'all, this is the legit me. I mean, you want to see how I really do videos? Normally I am just rolling with it, just going with the flow. So, got my bottle of water. Oops. Okay, I didn't get actual eyeliner out. So, we are going to use, let me grab I'm trying to grab a brush here, if it wants to stay open. I'm going to take this brush here, making sure it was cleaned off a little bit. And I'm going to go into Dapper. Wow, you sure are looking dapper today. Makes me think of like how really formal people will talk. I'm going to take this angled brush that sometimes I'll use for the brows. Which, who knows? I might do that today. uh, and going to dip into that. Right there. And put a little bit of this on here. I'm just using y'all from a mirror. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna pull my, well, not pull, but like lightly put pressure on the outer corner here. That's a tip. If you put your finger there, then you know where your eyelash line is. Like, you can even feel the tip of your lashes and just push that liner right in there. I mean, you could do that with a brown shade, you could do it with black, because you can tell I'm not using any kind of mirror besides y'all, but I'm doing this more by feel than anything. Thank you, Heather. But I'm just doing this real lightly, just kind of give a more defined. Whenever you do some kind of eyeliner, it helps to define your eyes a little bit. That's why I like sometimes doing it, but sometimes I could care less. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. You are seeing the real McCoy here. I cannot find my actual brow product I got out, probably sitting on it. So, I'm going to use that same palette. I don't know if y'all knew this, but if you do want to do your brows and you don't have a brow pencil or whatever, you can use an eyeshadow. Now, for me, lately I've gone into liking the darker brows, so I'm going to take Cozy, which is a real like chocolatey brown color in this, and that same brush I just used to do my liner. I'm going to dip this in. Excuse me. Dip this in and real lightly now go on my brows. Just help to kind of define them a little bit. And I'm looking down into my mirror a little bit more. I mean, you can tell that is dark. It's too dark. It's too dark. Yes, I'm being goofy. But I'm just kind of defining my brows. It just helps them look a little more natural. Well, not really natural, but but it just helps define the face a little bit. Yes, it is. I just realized I was covering up the brow I'm trying to do now. And the trick for doing brows is light strokes. So I'm holding it down at the bottom of the brush, if you can tell. And just real lightly. That's the brows right there. And I know my under eye's still looking crazy. But like I said, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We're going to fix that here in just 1 minute. I don't know where my... Well, there it is. I was looking for my mascara. Now this is the Rimmel Shake It Fresh mascara right here. Now this, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Well, coloring in your brows really helps frame your face. Now, I did a tutorial a while back on makeup for glasses wearers and talked about, I think, the eyebrows really helping even frame the glasses, because think of your eyebrows as the one thing that will help draw attention up here instead of down here. So, but this Shake It Fresh mascara here, I'm on the fence because usually if it's drying out, you don't want something that's drying out. Yes, you do have me in person to help you. Uh, but, you know, usually if it's dried out, then that means that it's done for, that you've had it way too long, because you're only supposed to have mascara for a very short time, actually, especially if you're using it daily. Because if you're, I think it's like 1 month or at most 3 months, at the very, very most. Because every time we put it on our lashes and put it back in the tube, we can be putting bacteria back into your tube. And be careful if you go to curl your lashes, like I'm doing. Because you go to curl them, you can easily grab the eyelid. Like I just did. And I did it again. But I pump the curler. So. Yeah, y'all, the person who's commenting right now, if y'all can see it, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it after this goes, uh, you know, public later, after it's uploaded or not. But that's Heather. I mentioned that I was in North Carolina, and that's her. But you can tell that right there is what my eyelashes look like now. And I know I've got eyeshadow down here still, but we'll be able to sweep that away. And I couldn't even see that in this mirror I've got. So, but you take your mascara. I'm going to do this without this little hand mirror and use y'all to show you. You can pull the tube out, wipe off your excess on the tip of it, stabilize your arm. I did like this underneath my arm. I put my hand under there kind of to stabilize it. Now, if you have a countertop, a table, whatever, you can do that too. Go right at the base of your lashes and sweep up. I've learned just to do this more than the wiggle method. Yes, wiggle method can really get into the base more, but you're also more likely to get clumps. I I tend to use more natural most of the time too. I've got a palette in here, uh I think it's called the Painted Lady or something like that, that is like all the colors of the rainbow. And honestly, I've been too scared to use it. I normally don't do this much peach and, warm tones on my eyes, but like I said, y'all, we're rolling with it. Yes, I'm being goofy. Now, I don't have my Maybelline Lash Discovery Mascara out for the bottom lashes, so I'm not touching those right now. But if you really wanted to coat the bottom lashes, you could get Maybelline Lash Discovery, you can get the AOA Studio Skinny. Um, exactly. Or better yet, Roll Tide! Yes, I'm being goofy. Yeah, rolling with the homies. After a serious uh, time like we had with Crisis Text Line, I mean, whenever you're dealing with any kind of crisis, sometimes a little extra goofiness is called for, if you ask me, at least. So, but that right there is what it looks like now that I put some mascara on. I mean, yeah, they're a little clumpy, but they're not too terrible. I'm going to take the palette I was using a minute ago, and I'm going to go in with the shade Adventurous, which is a little different than what we've been using, more cool tone, right there. There you go. Uh, and I'm taking that flat brush that I was using to shove stuff in the crease. Yeah, shove it in, shove it in. Yes, I'm crazy. And I'm going right on that lower lash line. Right up against it. Like 3/4 of the way. And I really should have dusted my bake off before I did this, but anyway. And yes, I know I'm getting up close and personal. Sorry, y'all. I don't think so. I don't think I can hear you. I mean, you'd be able to hear you if you could. I can hear you, and it makes me chuckle. But if you really want to get, I don't know, the looks people do whenever they're doing makeup, it's like, yeah. If you do wide eye, then you really can get right under there. Look down. Get right under there. And I'm doing real light pressure. And it kind of blends it, if you can see that. Yeah, there is a little bit of a lag, but that's normal whenever you're doing live. Plus, I'm on an Android phone. Androids, I hate to say this, but, you know, because I do like Android in general, but Androids are slow going anyway. So, okay. I can do that. I can show you how to do this. Um, let's see here. I'm going to take some of this shade right up here that's called Polite. I want to be polite. Take that. And I'm going to get a different, since this one is all peachy. It's peachy keen. It's peachy keen. I'm taking this one here. I'm going to go into that Polite. And we're going to kind of dust this on the brow bone. Just kind of uh, highlight that brow bone. And then I'll take it and blend those colors on the lid too. Take it right there where we did the pink colors. I mean, I've heard that this palette is a dupe for one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm wanting to say sultry palette, maybe? And what I like about this here is on the back, you've got, like, some information on the back there. So it's not just plain black or anything. Now, here comes the fun part, y'all. Here comes the fun part. Let's get into doing the face. Like I said, this was going to be a full face, skincare, everything. So, taking the AOA Studio matte, I mean, if y'all can see, there's a little bit of a glow starting there already. But this down here is matte as can be. Exactly. Exactly. A lot of pretty colors out there, whether Ulta, Profusion, Real Techniques, or not Real Techniques, duh, that's brushes. Getting ahead of myself here. But I'm taking this brush here, this Aesthetica brush. Now this is not drugstore, it's a more expensive brush, but you can use any brush that you have, big fluffy brush. I get some on the tip of it, and I tap it off. I've got a towel sitting in my lap so that it doesn't go everywhere. And I'm going to lean over a little bit here too. But you can see that powder just go flying if you're not careful. And I'm doing little buffing motions to help it. I mean, look at that now compared to like down here in the nose. Whenever you use a powder like this, it helps set your makeup in place where it does not budge. And I'm looking up so that I can help dust away some of the bake. Yes, y'all, I baked my face. We ain't baking a cake today, we baked a face. And since I did a little bit down the neck too, I'm taking the powder and going all over the neck. Yeah, you can go crazy. I mean, especially if it's really tacky still. That's why I like powder, because it leaves your face feeling silky smooth. I mean, this feels like I'm literally like touching silk. Like I just put silk between my fingers. So, for $1, shoot. Gimme. Now I'm going to take this e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. I know, I'm already matte. Why would I want more matte? But whew. A mist and set just helps take away some of the powdery look. Yes, it will. A powder, putting it on, it'll help keep you from sweating. It helps oil breaking through. The Coty Airspun, that is, believe it or not, one of my all-time holy grail powders. It's you can buy that even from Walmart, for those that don't know. You can buy Coty Airspun. I buy the translucent extra coverage. I'll show that to you some other time. But now, y'all, we are going to get into putting the rest of my face on. I'm going to be using two different things here. This is really too light of a blush for me, but I'm still going to use it. And then I'm going to use my Profusion highlight palette too. Probably. This right here is a e.l.f. bronzing brush. Whenever I first started doing my makeup, this is what I actually used. If you go back and watch my very first video where I was contouring even, this is what I used. This is actually the same exact one. Because you can, if I shake it, you can hear it rattle. It's that loose. So, but I love it so much. And they're only $2, but still. I'm going to take this Rimmel palette here. This is the Coral Glow palette. You got a highlight on top, a contouring shade, and then a blush. Right there. We're going to go into the contouring shade, which is kind of similar to the contouring shade, if not lighter than the contouring shade in the sculpting palette that I'll be using. But we're going to get a base going at least. Taking this brush here, do a fish face, and whenever you see your cheeks go in, right there, that's where you want to put it. I don't do a full fish face, I do a half fish face to find mine. It's right at the top of the ear and pull down. So you can't hardly see that even on me. At least I can't. But, yeah. I hope that y'all can hear me okay, because, you know, I got my headset plugged in, and it's right here. I might keep hitting it by accident, and I'm sorry if I do. But I did, like, a line. Like, if you drew a line from the corner of your eye down, that's where you want to make sure you're stopping, if not before that. And then from the top of your ear to your mouth, that right there is the line that you want to hit. And then you can take a brush, like I've got here, and just buff it out. Buff it out, buff it out, buff it out. Yes, I'm being goofy. I can't, I can't help it. She can hear me. She's hearing, she's hearing double me, double me. Now I'm taking the blush, which is on the bottom. I do like corally blushes, not brushes, but blushes. I'm sure a coral brush would be pretty though too, on this same brush. And buffing that some on the cheeks. Now this palette here, if you want more of a natural look, especially for light to medium skin tones, this is a great palette for that. I'm going to take my finger real quick and dust off any excess powder. Do like that right there. Because if you use your fingers to get excess powder, even taking it around your face like that, you can tell, oh, I missed this little groove right here or whatever on my face. And yes, it's a big no-no to leave your hair down, but like I said, we're rolling with it. I've got it back there, but... And this here is the Profusion Sculpting palette right here. I mean, it has a medium sculpt, light sculpt, beige highlight, which actually we're going to take that beige highlight here in a moment. Excuse me, my nose is giving me fits here. Because that beige highlight looks fairly matte. I'm going to take this brush here, make sure there's not like brown on it, dipping it into that beige highlight right there, and I'm putting this under the eyes. Let me see here. Oh, and yes, this is typically too big for under the eyes, but yeah, I mean, look at that. That is almost as wide. But I mean, but hey, at least you know you're not gonna miss a spot, right? Now I'm going to take that medium sculpt shade, and it is so long too that if you really want to be very, very, very precise, you, like I told you, just go right there at the top of the ear. Boom. Do the same on the other side. No, you do not leave it just like that. You then I'm doing a little buffing motion, because that gives some depth to the cheeks. And yes, I know I've done some videos before where I had like a big old... Honestly, and forgive me for saying this, y'all, please, forgive me for saying this, I'm keeping it real, though. I've done some videos where, honestly, it looked like I had a pile of poop dragged across my face. Forgive me, but, you know, it's true. Because if you don't blend, it can look bad. Now, I'm taking that bronzing brush I used a minute ago, and that's what I'm using to blend. And you don't pull down. If you want to look like you got a beard, go ahead. By all means. pull down. But sorry, y'all. I don't. I don't want to look like the bearded lady. No, I'm not allergic to you. My sinus has been going crazy. Like, but see, you can tell that's pretty dark. And if you do have it too dark, you can always lighten it with like a um let me think here. You can always use like a tinted face powder, like a pressed powder like the L'Oreal True Match, or even the Shop Miss A finishing powder, pressed finishing powder that they have. And I'm dragging this up the side a little bit just to kind of help blend it, because you want it to look like a natural shadow. Like you've got your cheekbones are so huge, they got their own shadow. You know I'm goofy, but okay. And the reason I'm looking at this like I am, let me show you here. I don't think y'all will be able to, but if I turn it and hit the light just right, you can see sometimes what shades have shimmer to them. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking to see which ones have shimmer and which ones are more matte. So, because we're going to go for some shimmer here in a minute. But I'm going to take that light sculpting color on the sides of the brush. You lay it on its side like this. And I'm taking it down the sides of my nose. You can make it look like you have your own nose job. Well, glitter is good for on the lid or on the uh, high points of the cheek. That's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to use, excuse me, I'm going to use glazed. Yeah, y'all, I'm going to be glazed and all that stuff. I'm primed and glazed, y'all. Because I put on primer earlier and yeah, I'm a donut. Hey, I am, but I'm a baked donut because I baked under my eyes. Oh my. And if you really wanted extra shimmer shimmer, you could always use a setting spray like I used and wet your brush a little bit. Now I'm going to take, I think this says fizz. I'm going to use fizz on my nose area. You take it, I'm going to pinch it together a little bit. Go right down the center of my nose. I know, you may be thinking, okay, what the heck? You just mattified your whole face. Why are you putting shimmer shimmer back on it? Because I love my glow. I am a goddess after all. I'm teasing, I'm not. Oh, man. I'm just being silly. Then, one of the last steps here, I'm taking that Charming shade right there. It is, I'm sorry, y'all. Glazed is the first one in the second row. The Charming shade is the third one in that second row. And when I put the fizz, it's the middle shade in the first row. Charming, I'm putting it on my pinky. I'm going to come in real close to you here. I'm putting it right there on the inner corner. Can you tell if that brightened that up? I think I just got a text message. Sorry, y'all. I mean, look at how bright my eyes look now. I mean, and since I didn't really plan on going that crazy with the eye look, I planned on doing something more muted and subdued. Yeah. I have everything else silenced but dang text messages. Since I did something more subdued, though, or more crazy, not subdued, since I went more crazy with the lid, can't find my Can't find my lipstick, y'all. Here it is. I'm going to use this one here by Maybelline. It's one of their nudes lines and their color sensational. This here. I love this shade. Look at that. Oh, I've always been a country girl. Always. I was country when country wasn't cool. What you talking about? But that right there, you can see some of the shimmer. I mean, look at that glow there. Especially if I get back where you can see the light hitting it on this side. But yeah, there's actually palettes out there that say glowing goddess or something like that in the past. But if you ever go too crazy, just take your powder brush and just blend it out. If you don't learn anything else, anytime watching a video, when in doubt, blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. So, but that right there, y'all, is the finished overall look. Now, if you really want to, which I'm going to, just for kicks and giggles, taking that matte magic, woo! Now you can really, this'll settle, and it won't take away the shimmer from the highlight, but it still does a great job at keeping my makeup on. It doesn't really affect the lipstick, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. The lipstick I was going to use was a, I don't even have it right here anymore anyway. Yeah, I do. Whoops, just dropped a brush. I was going to use the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquer. Heck, why not? Just to show you what this one looks like. Because you can take one look anyway and do whatever lip color. Believe it or not, sometimes I do 3 or 4 lip colors. But this is the Show Off Lip Lacquer. I think it's in Meteoric Matte. No, you're not making it difficult at all. This has the little hole to it. Make sure you hit the hole. I couldn't resist. It's hard to... there we go. Sorry, I got another stupid notification. But... I muted it, but it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back, y'all. It keeps coming back. It don't stay away. But I have not seen these in stores. But I like this formula, believe it or not, even better than the Wet n Wild liquid cat suits. Thank you for telling me that. She let me know I had lipstick on my teeth. You can do like that right there. But one tip, if you ever put lipstick on and you are worried about getting it on your teeth, take your finger, preferably clean, put it, like pucker your mouth around it. Right there, what's on my finger is what would have been on my teeth. I can't help but laugh. I know I just got more on my teeth. That's what I'm fixing. That trick, though, is what models and whatnot actually use. Really and truly. That's what models and... I can tell I grossed Heather out with that. But I actually used that in the hacks video. She said no lunch for her. But, y'all, that is actually the finished look. So, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more of these, and I can try to do more, you know. But thank you. She just said wonderful, beautiful. But I will try to do more videos coming up in the coming weeks or whatever. Well, I plan on trying to do another video next week, like uploading, but editing takes time and all that, so I do apologize that I haven't had anything up. And thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all have a great day. Sorry for